It's only going to be a trade initially, and actually the spike's going to start running back towards this A site.
They're gearing up for the A hit. Looks like a lot of noise is being made here, though. Mixwell definitely causing a bit of a distraction. As we see the Tiger put out, clearing the backside. Pora crosses over. Good dash in there from Kellogg's, who manages to connect the shot to Brave. That's the side opened up for a plant, and SuperMassive not going to have a great chance of fighting back. They've at least taken down kyedae, but the spike does get planted. Time now, a big constraint on them. And Pora is so low that just one bullet is needed to take him down. 1-0 we go. We say it many times. A couple weapons dropped here is the ideal scenario for the Turkish squad. They've already got... Whoa! Oh! Yeah, they've got two.
This is one of those moments where Kellogg's is just shouting, they're all there. They're on there, and he's like, all really? All there? No, all there. Everyone. He's trying to push back in.
Oh.
This is starting to get scary. Already 3 kills. This is a successful round, but it comes down to just one. Avova's the only man remaining. They're already on the defuse. He needs to wipe out everybody. He's not going to be able to do it. Brave, the youngster, with 3 kills.
They have got the number advantage here for G2 as they push out onto the site. Good dash by Kellogg's. He's already in the tube. And it'll be kyedae to take the kill. In the corner, Izzy gets caught, detected, and taken down. And, well, Tom, it's not even 4 spies back and forth. It's the eco rounds. Full sheriffs.
This is stupid.
I'm at a loss for words, but I guess this is yin and yang. SuperMassive get their eco, and then G2 just answer back. Thing is, oddly, G2 have ended up in a better spot. They've managed. And there you go. Is he trying to catch an angle above the wall, but it doesn't quite work out. Pora, quick to connect with a sheriff in hand. And I feel like, once again, they're under threat, especially with Izzy connecting onto Mixwell. The spike is pretty much stuck. What a shot.
This is exactly what Nuki does, and luckily he's got Kellogg's alongside him. This was looking like a done deal, but now a possibility for the remaining couple of players of over. With a little bit of utility remaining to try and slow them down, and with Brave coming in from behind, Nuki should almost definitely be dead. No real chance to survive that angle, and now it's left all onto the Spectre. It seems like there's little to no hope, and actually upgrading slightly at least. It gives him the first duel. Second for us, though, is not going to happen.
Little point of the round at all. SuperMassive Blaze having 3 players on B, and there's lots of challenge here.
Yeah, it's going to go straight through. Oh, it's a little bit awkward. Russ already going to be catching out one. Turco has found another as well. We're going to see the Seekers spotting out where Nuki is. I thought for a second he would actually destroy that for the team, but decided to be a little bit more focused on actually taking on the round again. And awkward spot, and Izzy. Well, you wanted to see that operator. There it will be. Closing out the round, taking it home for SuperMassive Blaze. For G2, they probably would have hoped for a little bit more.
All the Killjoy utility on the side is used up and taken out of the equation. Pora still with that lockdown to play with, but doesn't look like they're going to use it just yet. Instead, going in with the showstopper in hand, looking for someone in there. A victim is finally found, but it's a good fight being put up by SuperMassive Blaze. They pull back with a couple of kills, and Izzy closes the round. A tight round. G2 alongside a flash, confirming they can push through after the nade. Oh, Kellogg's out on long. He gets traded, though. Here we go. Avova starting to up the pace a little bit. Deep nade goes down. Izzy forced onto the site with 10 HP. Will be sideswiped by Mixwell, and now this gets dangerous. Russ tries to buy a little bit more space, but it won't happen this time around. And Killjoy's ulti being spammed onto doesn't really matter in the end. It will go off, but all the players are safe. We said Turco, but with a Spectre in his hand, this is going to be a really tough battle for him. They're coming through the smoke, though, and that gives him the perfect opportunity. Runs out of ammo, tries to upgrade, but not quite in time. Still, that has bought them enough time to get Russ into position. Now tucked in the corner of the site, but Nuki's clearing it and looking for a little bit more. Creeping up towards the spawn wall. This is a tough retake now. SuperMassive Blaze needs someone to find that angle, and Pora is completely undetected. Great shot onto kyedae. Mixwell spotted in the corner is taken down quickly, and now it's all onto kyedae. A big clutch needed to keep them alive in this round. Spike down in the open. He can't quite reach it. There we go. But he needs to get it planted, and they're on 2 different angles. He now knows exactly where both players are. This could be pretty powerful. He can find one of these kills. Oh, but they know he's not
10
planting.
seconds left.
Just gonna run this clock all the way down. 8 seconds remaining. He fakes the plant, and here comes the swing. Perfectly timed to take him down.
To potentially be a little bit cheeky. When this fades, there's going to be a multitude of players on the other side. Maybe trying to fake them out with his current positioning. In fact, I thought for a second he was going to get both. It looked like he should have done. Izzy waiting to the last possible second.
Yeah, well, first of all, the spike's left behind here, so this is going to be a very slow... Oh, well. Suboptimal, to say the least. They lost their Seekers in those early fights as well. Blade Storm's gone. Like, you're not going to be a showstopper in this situation. Good kill. Spike picked up. Spike dropped.
Down B.
Quickly as you like. They're playing 3-man B right now.
30
Happy to
seconds
retake
left.
if he manages to get a plant down. Far enough away from his ultimate that it won't really matter. And, well, look at the firing squad. I don't know, there's still an updraft to play with, but Kellogg's is deciding instead to go in through spawn. Much more aggressive stance to go in for these fights, and a nice headshot, followed by a second. He's running into heaven, and okay, he won't land that shot. Nuki a little bit too quick in taking the kill, and a nice nade to deal even more damage. This is a fantastic start for G2, but they have to hold on. They might not know about Pora's flank. He's done this so often. But surely they're going to check it, and that they do, with a Vova trading out his teammate and Turco falling. This is pretty much done and dusted. Russ is running for the hills to save that Vandal.
If this is true, but I'm certain at least 3 of the 4 rounds that G2 have won have been with pistols. One of them was the pistol round, but the other 2 were thrifty rounds.
That we've seen from them again and again.
Oh yeah, they've almost used Showstopper as well as an ability to take control of that. Like no one's going to push back into a Showstopper. That almost becomes the secondary point.
Oh,
and he's just been owned.
Dirty.
The combo of the boombot alongside the operator and Izzy is just completely outplayed his opponent. The turret's going to make things all the more irritating. That spot is so dirty. Like it shoots over the top of the screen, gives them the information, and then also snaps back to spot anybody going out. I feel like they've intentionally put this in play, and that was just a random shot towards him over, and it almost kills him off. 8-4. Much more aggressive. So I think that will be a true showing of what Turkish Jets have to offer. That was an audacious attempt from Koler. Straight through. I don't know if he tried to run back the other way and was just so blind he got caught, but that's gone very badly wrong and ends up with, oh, it looks like a very easy round for SuperMassive Blaze.
Oh, Nukia, look at him go. Oh, he's full blind and he's still killing people, popping headshots, but it's not enough. And the Seekers and all this entry ability.
Well, not the greatest of starts. We've already seen Bray find the opener. Izzy's going to go flying across. Does actually connect the bullet onto Izzy, but unfortunately, Mixwell completely surrounded, not going to get anything done.
I want to be dropping these weapons pretty quickly. Get your little bit of cash for dying. Unlikely to see them jump into the spike at the end of the round if they don't get wrecked by the Spectres. See if they can grab an extra kill here. There's Nukia for 1. Okay, well, look, that worked out about as well as it could have. You got yourself the double kill. Lose focus for a second. You give an opportunity, it will be capitalized on. Lots of stars going down. The B site gets overrun. Izzy trying to get up close, but Koldemanta prevents it. The site still under threat as the wall breaks, but a good shot by Turco. And Russ follows up with more. The Sheriff of
30
Pora
seconds left.
leaves just Kellogg's and Nukia alone. Now, Kellogg's has managed to get very early on in towards Hookah, but they know he's here. And it has to be...
Last player standing.
Well, yeah. With Nukia falling, this is very unfortunate. Because getting out's going to be tough. And that's why. Sprayed down, weapons upgraded, SuperMassive Blaze are
aside from Kellogg's, they are going to spot this rotation, or they should do fairly early. The problem is it might be caught by Kellogg's dying, and it definitely will.
Yeah, that's a shame. The fact that Kellogg's goes down there, such an aggressive position with the Marshal, it could have given him at least the ability to catch off the last player in, but now the rest of the team scrambles to aid the B site, and it's only Nukia to find it. The Sheriff in hand, he's being sprayed at from every direction, naded, pushed. And himself and Mixwell both find kills. The ultimate pop, but it gets nothing. He's caught in mid-air. All the 4. This could be the final round of G2's map pick. And Pora has even opened it up onto kyedae. The teleport play caught red-handed. An ultimate pop by SuperMassive Blaze. Mixwell has actually managed to avoid being caught by that Seeker. He gets in, sneakily destroys the ult, and he's out. Oh, here comes the showstopper, hunting him down inside the Viper's pit. Russ onto a Vova, and this surely is 13-4 for SuperMassive Blaze. They even have the res, insult to injury for G2, who now have a 2 versus 5. All the efforts put in by Mixwell and the others are gone. And Tom, I'm not feeling too hopeful about this one. Nuki has to push out through a smoke, and just like that, it is close, 13-4. G2 on their own map pick struggle to get off the starting.
They're still going to be a little bit careful. They can't take this one for granted after the first map.
That is for sure. Your man Kellogg's is having a bit of trouble holding on to B main here. He's still inside as they split through market and quickly dispatch him. Now the only threat is in spawn. 3 players, soon to be 4, grouping up there. An ambitious pistol for G2, but kyedae picks up the first. Now they have a little bit of access, but look over towards main. This is always the troublesome position, and with Pora tucked in there, it could get very scary indeed. Russ kind of postured there, you know? He went for that fight in the alleyway that you normally wouldn't go for if you had a teammate inside of main. Yeah. There's only one player watching for it. That alarm bot should give it away. Pora standing still and avoiding it, eventually steps to the side, and a headshot connected leaves Mixwell low. Russ takes advantage of that, and kyedae to close it out.
Everything else is just straight up classics. A few pieces of utility here and there. Not really much that they can really go for here. Almost getting some damage done. Actually, Nuki is going to close out that kill.
Yeah, good stuff. Tag onto Russ makes him a little bit squishier for Evolve. A little right click could do the trick, but Russ a little bit too quick. Kellogg's in 7 HP, the final player that Sheriff aforementioned, but he goes into the fight with a knife, and it goes about as you'd expect. Tuda's door is coming down. That'll just be spammed and broken down in a second by G2, but the important thing is they've got the site and the plans, and with the weapons they have in play, this is the ideal scenario. Keep it nice and close range. Take the fights on your own terms. G2 need to find a way in, and I think it's going to be around some of this Sova utility. The recon in particular, when you've got that Odin in play, it can be so strong. And here it goes.
Kellogg's dashing in. He's made some space. He's become the focus, but even still, the trades are actually coming in thick and fast. Taco ends up with 3 kills on the Spectre, and
let's just take a look at this replay. Let's see what went down. They get a couple of kills. Everything's looking great. And it's these guys down below. And like, Turco just won a fight. Let's appreciate that. Onto Mixwell.
Trend, because they will be going down to that lower bracket in the next 20 minutes. But other than that, I'm hoping they start to get a few buy rounds on the board as well. If they can do it in this round, all good for them. At least being able to find a kill or 2 here and there. Russ actually goes in for the solo peak, so that's going to be a weapon at least traded over. An angle held by Nuki as well. Needs to try and get something done here if they're going to have any chance, or even bother going for the retake, because from Evova's point of view, he's got a gun now.
Yeah, he could definitely justify going back to save. I think in these sort of situations, it's often going to be just one guy going for the fight with the other looking to save the rifle. And Nuki having a sheriff in his hands, I mean, why not? Paranoid out. No, they're both swinging. The trade found by Evova, and he almost gets them all. But Turco saves the day at the final hour. It's 4-0.
And the fact is, chances are they're just going to wait this one out to force him all the way back. Now, there is going to be a bit of a risky peek coming in from Mixwell, but again, he'll have to go for the same. Mark, I think he actually got the tank.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it looked like it up above, but it's long since gone. 12 seconds until recon again. When you've got that Odin in play and an A-side retake, you want that recon. 5 seconds. I don't want to see a peek right now. Save that. There we go. Perfect. Gonna go for the lockdown. Recon's coming over. Spam can come through and catch them as they go back on out. Before is pushing right on up into their faces. That's gonna be the lockdown destroyed. And now it's only kyedae. His head taken clean off to give 4 kills for Pora and 5 rounds for SuperMassive.
At least 2 very strong ultimates online. They've got everything they could desire in terms of weaponry. If they don't win this round, yeah, you might as well just look at the other way. Mixwell, well, when they need a hero, he's the one to step up, but the trades come back so fast. They've already found 2 kills back. kyedae will give them the advantage once more, but Turco is just turning things on his head again. an after plant for Supermassive Blaze, and what was looking like the best opportunity so far could still go the Turkish side's way.
And another round where kyedae doesn't have the opportunity to use that res. That would put the numbers back in their favor and give them a fantastic chance. Because he falls in that initial engagement, that option isn't on the table anymore. And G2 need to find a way back into this site. It starts by breaking the wall and a desperate attempt to spam above. Make sure that there's not anyone on top of the wall. The dash in from keloqz. That's going to be very slow to trade back. And indeed, Avova comes around the corner. They're staring right at him. And then they immediately eliminate keloqz. 4 kills for Turco. He's now just 1 Sometimes you don't have to rely on the brain when you've got the aim. In those more scrappy situations. That was a brave play by Izzy. Koldamenta shuts down Russ. Trade back by Turco. And we said before, dude was 1 away. Now he's got his ultimate to play with. The res is possible, but he hasn't got a wall. Some risky res to make happen. A lot of faith put in Omen here. Oh! Horus walked through the A site, Tom. He's just completely taking it by himself while they're skirmishing for mid, rezzing. They can now just go and plant for free.
Well, that's the Pora I remember.
Yes.
These are the plays that were stuck in the back of my mind, almost scarred in there with what he would do to other teams. And oh, that's not. I don't remember this. Koldamenta. Oh, he's gonna get himself one at least, a freebie.
A very strong hold from G2. They have 3 players on the A side, the operator holding main.
30
really, the
seconds
hope
left.
here is that Avova can slow them down and take 2 kills along the way, and he even gets spotted as he looks up above to see the recon. Good shot by keloqz, but now he's got players all around him to worry about, and the first connection isn't quite there on short. They're closing in the distance and looking to take him down, but with the dash online, he's quickly out of there. Not quite finishing off the round, but surely Bora doesn't get away with this one.
Oh, okay. I don't think he has time, so he's just going to try and bait them in and do as much damage as humanly possible. And the second Mixwell realizes he's not planting, he's got the paranoia to at least hold them back for the second. A smoke going down, but he actually runs into it. And Pora always in the right place at the right time. We're going to see the attempted rotation into the boathouse, but Pora has already found himself another one. It leaves a lot of the pressure on Koldamenta, but he's at least picked off one.
But now stuck and isolated on the back of the side, even slowed into the corner. And Brave quickly deals with him. The shot to Nukia makes it even more bleak. There is a wall there. keloqz can potentially updraft on top of it, but it would give away his position. Might be more worthwhile just sneaking on through. But with so many players up against him, it seems very unlikely. He does avoid the recon. That's all he gets. Just the one. 9-1 as we boxed in. Lots of steps being heard on mid. Good position by Mixwell. Nearly whiffs it out there in the end. Great second shot. And now Izzy's trapped in the corner. There it is. Elusive second round for G2. Connected at last. Well, they might still hit double digits before the half is over.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is let's hope that G2 have a very, very good pistol strat, because otherwise it might be over before it even begins. Like, sure, they're starting to find a few cracks with how aggressive they were, is they haven't had a lot of success in finding them. This round was the exception. And now we're seeing the space looking to be taken again. They shut down the initial aggression of Supermassive Blaze. Nuki looks like he's come online for this round as he looks to shut it down. 3 kills. As it leaves just one man standing. And Russ is not going to be able to get anything done. It took a long, long time for G2 to even get anything on the board. Oh, they're going to wall up over it. It's going to be a completely free A site. So all of the aggression that's coming elsewhere from the defenders is actually not going to garner them much because they thought that part of the map was locked out. It is going to be a 5-on-5 retake with 0 damage done. Tell me how many times you've seen that in a pistol.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all too often. What was that shot? Maybe bullets do curve. He's dashing away and still hitting it. Oh, we've got keloqz living in an action movie. Koldamenta is being pushed down. Able to find himself one. keloqz in with another, and this is looking fantastic. Only Izzy remains. He's still doing damage, though. The final player up close. All he needed was the headshot, but it won't come through this time. G2, 9-4.
Expected by G2. I like it. They got shock darts flying into the spawn just to try and shut some of these players down. Even still, though, Pora's already going to kill off one. Now they know that if they can force them back into the spike, but instead it's just going to be farming up for G2. They only lose one player, and all in all, that's... I have managed to take quite a lot of mid control. He's already going to be here. Poor again. He's been the thorn in their side. The one player that they didn't actually pick up from the Heretics roster. It seems to be the one that maybe they're missing. As again, they're just looking to be shut down completely. Yeah, it's a bonus round, but even still, only one player lost. Just
Look at
slow them down. Is he screwed here? They wanted to at least get a kill there and try and get out. Instead, though, Pora again. It just seems so tough for them to break him down. He's been unreal in this map. Oh, we're going to see the lockdown put into play. Is he just going to stick around? He's going to go to the back of the site. They'll know he's here.
They've got a recon to play with. Got a drone as well. Shock dart onto him. He has to move out of here now. He's going to be caught on the way. No trade possible. That's unfortunate, but SuperMassive Blaze now having to go in for the retake. 3 versus 2. Recon lands. Not revealing anyone just yet. And the turret spots out Turco above Avova, biding his time for the peek, but his leg was spotted. Turco's quick to react. A player below and one behind the server. No information here for SuperMassive Blaze on this retake. That's where the drone comes in. Gonna try to spot them out. The headshot, but it's through the wall. Cole Dementa barely survives, and they know there's a player below from the spray. This could be absolutely massive for the Blazers. Let's see what they can do. Turco, good headshot, and Russ is in with more. A devastating blow to G2.
Healing you.
Be a little bit easier said than done with how many players are on the other side, and potentially not worth the risk either with the weaponry that they currently have.
Here, blinding.
You're going to see the paranoia thrown through. Turco again coming under pressure, multiple angles, but he hits the headshot anyway. I don't even see the head of the player, but he still manages to find it every single time. It's 12-5. Looks to do it on an international scale.
For a team like G2, buying out some of the best players in the world, hands down.
Spike down, B.
And finding these kind of results, forced in for the reload. And this could be just a full retake, especially with that lockdown online.
To try and clear them out the back of the site. Koldamenta's fighting for it, trying to deny it, and he's doing a decent job of it as well, but the lockdown's still in play. They might actually get detained, and instead, Izzy has just gone huge. It's going to get stuck in the mud. It's left all onto Kellogg's to try and fight this back in the 1v2 for survival, and this time it will not happen.
Not quite the game that we had hoped to get out of this one for G2, but definitely a solid showing for SuperMassive Blaze. The Turkish squad